Okay, hello and welcome to Algebra. Today we're going to take a look at a few problems. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. First thing we're going to take a look at is the law of sines. This is section 6.5, by the way. And what we're looking at here is the law of sines. And it says that the ratio between the sine of an angle and the length of the side opposite that angle is proportionate to the length of the other pairs. So sine of angle A, ratio of that with the length of side A is proportionate to sine of B with side B is proportionate to sine of C with side C, and this also works with the inverse. So if I have A over, grab a little bit smaller pen there, A over sine of A also works. That's equal to B over the sine of B is equal to C over the sine of C. Okay, so our first problem we want to take a look at is 6.5 number 3. This is a law of sines problem. It says that angle B is 19 degrees, angle C is 73 degrees, side C measures 11. What's the length of side B? We're going to set up the law of sines, and we're going to use B divided by sine of B is equal to C divided by the sine of C. And we want to use this because B is in the numerator. We won't have to divide, cross multiply, anything like that. Rule of 3 as it's called. We can just multiply by the sine of B, get our solution. So let's plug in the values that we have. B divided by the sine of 19 degrees is equal to 11 divided by the sine of 73 degrees. Now we multiply both sides by the sine of 19 degrees, and we have that B is 11 divided by the sine of 73 degrees times the sine of 19 degrees. And when we punch that into our calculator and simplify, we get that the length of B is 3.74. Alright, and that's all we can do with this. We don't know anything about angle A or side A, so we can't find them using the law of sines. We could with the law of cosines, but that's later. Next problem, we're going to take a look at number 6.58, or 6.5.8 rather. Now this is another law of sines problem, but in this case we're given angle B, side C, and we're asked to find angle C. So when we set up the law of sines, we're going to have the sine of angle C divided by the length of side C. This is a little serif. This is part of the C there. This lets me know it's a capital letter. Is equal to, let's see here, sine of B divided by side B. And let's put in the values that we have for those. So that's sine of C divided by 14.6 is equal to the sine of 76 degrees divided by 19.6. Sine of C is equal to all of this stuff. Multiply both sides by 14.6. Okay, and now let's punch that into our calculator and get that the sine of C is equal to 0.72, and we'll stick to hundredths. But we're not done. We need the measure, so we're going to have to take the inverse sine of that value. And I'll actually write it as sine inverse, which is probably what you guys are used to seeing. And that means that the measure of angle C is 46.3 degrees.